No. I have goosebumps. I legit have goosebumps. Oh my goodness. I don't know what's gonna happen next. I think we fell asleep or something. Oh,
Why are you staring off into space? Mission's over.
is this a memory? We're getting right back into it. Yeah, I think we fell asleep after talking to him, so I don't even know if are we gonna wake up? Are we gonna get to that mission? Like, what's gonna happen?
But hide the blood on your sleeve before heading inside. Since you're a grown-up now, I won't cover for you this time.
Is this what happened before the explosion with our grandma? Yep. Dreamt about the explosion again. Okay. I opened my eyes only to be greeted by warm sunlight on my face. It casts a dazzling hazy halo. As my vision slowly clears, all I see is the snow-white ceiling above. It was all just a dream. I totally miss going to get Kevy. Oh my gosh. I sigh, rubbing my pounding temples. I feel drained, my body heavy. Last night, I was supposed to act like I was sleeping, but somehow I got dizzy and actually slept. The pills. It was the pills. Random thoughts raced through my mind, and I grabbed my phone. The screen shows that I had missed many calls. All of them are from Zane. Oh no! Did he give me sleeping pills and they weren't? Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to say.
The hospital can't reach his guardians, which could be a problem. I'll have everything arranged by tomorrow night.
Is Zane okay? Did the fleet get to him? Then I'll bring Kevy to you at that time. Oh no. Oh no, Kevy. I dial his number, but the call never connects. I put on my slippers and rush to the door while texting Zane. Oh no, this is so bad. As I open the door, a barrage of loud news alerts burst forth as morning light casts a gentle glow on the floor. I change and run into the living room, only to smack right into a solid chest. Is it Caleb?
You're awake.
Yeah. Caleb's emerged from the bathroom. Steam is still coming off his body. I hold my phone and step back. Meeting his gaze, I feel my heart pounding in my chest. When did you get back?
Around the crack of dawn.
He casually dries his hair with a towel and walks to the dining table. He grabs a piece of toast.
Why are you in a rush to leave?
I come to my senses, scrambling for a decent excuse. Oh, something came up. I won't be back in time for lunch.
You need a ride?
No, I'll be back before the sun sets. They have him! No! What are we gonna do? I freeze, staring somewhat incredulously at the screen in the middle of the living room. This is your fault! This is your fault, Caleb! That missing kid has been found?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. He takes a bite of his toast as he approaches me. He places one hand on the back of the couch, his eyes looking over the news.
During last night's operation, they found him in a small garden, not far from the blockade. Oh, and he was holding a fragment of what appeared to be an ether core.
This is so bad!
He's okay, and the fleet's currently holding onto that shard. If you're really worried, I'll keep a closer eye on his medical updates for you.
Where's Zane? I see. Technically speaking, I should have felt relieved that Caleb found him. But there's this weird tension in the air still, weighing down on my heart like a dark cloud. Once Kevy condition stabilizes, they should allow visitors, right? I want to see him.
Sure thing, Pipsqueak. But why the long face?
Pipsqueak. Caleb used to be against me getting involved in anything related to the explosion. Yet he's suddenly cool with it? If this whole thing really was just an accident, a series of coincidences, then I should feel okay about it. I'm worried about him. The question I still want to ask remains in my mouth. I take a deep breath to calm myself and notice the faint scent of something metallic. Blood? Almost drowned out by the fragrance of his shower gel, it reminds me of blood. I grab his hand. Did you get into a fight during last night's cleanup? Are you hurt anywhere?
I'm A-okay.
I don't believe that. I thoroughly check his hands to ensure there are no injuries.
Really, I'm fine. But
All of a sudden, a cold hand touches my forehead.
looks like your fever's gone.
I had a fever?
Yeah. As soon as I got back, I heard you calling out to me in your sleep. So I figured I'd make sure you were doing okay.
What? Is he
Was
lying?
it a nightmare or something?
I had that dream. That's right. I said, Caleb, what did I say? Don't go or something? I dreamed about the explosion. It's nothing. Maybe it's because I've been pushing myself too hard lately, or maybe it was the nightmare from this morning. Either way, I feel anxious. I glance at Caleb, who's grabbing a jacket. He nudges my shoulder to direct me somewhere else.
Why don't you wash up first? I didn't get a chance to take you somewhere yesterday. Do you want to go out today?
I hesitate, and before I can nod, his phone vibrates.
It's me. What happened?
Oh no.
What's going on?
The voice on the other end of the call wipes a smile off Caleb's face, his brows furrow.
All right.
Well, rain check on that, I guess. What's wrong?
Mia passed away.
No! No! How? No. I have goosebumps. I legit have goosebumps. Oh my goodness. Oh. In that moment, silence extends and wraps around my ears. Sunlight hits the ground, but its chill creeps up like vines and steals my breath. Are you kidding? How dark is this chapter or this story? Oh my gosh. How? Why? According to the documents I read, Mia went into septic shock because of her burns. It couldn't save her. What? Zane examined Mia's emergency treatment records, which perfectly matched the fleet's public statement. The medical records are too thorough. It's almost as if they're hiding something. Besides, no one actually witnessed Mia's death. After the academic conference ended, Zane retrieved a classified file and departed with the medical team. He took these mysteries with him. And once he confirmed my safety, he didn't ask any more questions. As for Kevy, whoever went to such lengths to find him clearly wants him alive. For now, at least. Okay, so... is Mia really dead? Don't be too hard on yourself. But the story doesn't end there. The remains of the siblings' parents were found aboard a small vessel Joseph had taken, which further proves his involvement. The Far Space Fleet stepped in to address public concerns and quickly arranged an adoptive family for Kevy. Everything progressed at an unnaturally rapid pace. Their flawless response is too perfect. It was like watching a chess game where every move had been planned in advance. I have no words for this. My mind is blown. What? Never in a million years did I think that, something bad was gonna happen to Mia. I cannot believe this. Okay.
Has the fleet taken any steps to reflect on its actions? With the full-scale lockdown fast approaching, are there any new protocols in place?
Is this like Mia's funeral? Beyond the barricade tape, reporters and photographers with cameras of all sizes gather together. yet it's eerily calm in front of Mia's grave. When the funeral ends, the crowd disperses. Kevy stands alone by the tombstone, fiddling with the black armband that continues to slide down. His face is smooth and boyish. There are neither crystals nor grief. Well, at least I guess they were able to save him from that, at least. Kevy, are you okay?
Miss?
He looks up at me, studying my expression before revealing a smile.
Yeah, the professor has been very nice. I'm moving to a new place soon.
The professor, is he the one who adopted Kevy? Wait. Viper talked about the professor in that conversation that obviously MC didn't hear. This is so bad. I'm sorry. I planned to show up that night, but if I had found you sooner...
It's okay. The fleet found me in the end.
He speaks before I can continue, his expression almost devoid of emotion. He's composed. But I thought you said you didn't want to go with the fleet. Something's still off. Kevy managed to avoid being detected even when they did thorough searches. The fleet didn't find him right until...
Don't worry, miss. I'll be okay in my new home. I'll miss my sister.
Oh my gosh, I can't. He speaks as if he's stating a fact, and why would a person be sad about something that already became a fact? It's as if I'm the one who's not quite ready to face reality yet. I push down the sadness bubbling inside me and give him Lucia, who's been cleaned. Here's the plushie Mia left behind. It should stay with its owner. This is devastating. This is heartbreaking. Oh my goodness, this is awful. Kevy frowns. He glances at the photo on the tombstone, surrounded by flowers and toys, as if trying to figure out who the person is.
I don't like toys.
You don't? Since when?
But because it's from you, I'll take it.
Wait. The confusion in his eyes only lasts a moment. When he looks up again, he has that serene smile on his face. After Kevy heads off with his new family, I stay where I am, and then I hear a familiar voice behind me. Caleb tips his hat and sets down a fresh bouquet by Mia's grave.
I'm sorry. Some fleet business got in
So
the
he
way.
wasn't even there at the funeral? It's okay. As your adjutant, it's normal for me to represent you when needed. For a long time, we stand there silently observing the bright smile on the tombstone. Oh, this is
How's
so
Kevy
incredibly
doing?
sad. He's doing almost great to be true.
Maybe the kid's just putting up a front.
Is that what you're doing? Are you putting up a front? What are you not telling me?
So, he hasn't really come to terms with his family and sister being gone from this world.
That can't be right. The doubt echoing in my mind almost escapes my lips. I slowly close my eyes and calm down. In less than 2 days, Kevy's condition completely changed from what I saw that night. This must be the fleet's doing. It seems an unseen force pushed for the rapid completion of Mia's funeral and Kevy's adoption. Yeah, and they must have like some pretty advanced technology that they could suddenly like fix all of that on him. Does this mean Caleb knows what's really going on? Many adults struggle with tragedies such as these. I can only imagine what it's like for a child. I'm so sad. This is so sad. Picking up on what I'm saying, Caleb gives my shoulder a comforting squeeze. He looks like he wants to say more, but he just lowers his head. There's a bit of sadness in his eyes.
Don't be too disheartened.
How could I not be? How could she not be? Ever since the explosion, everything has been wrapped up too well. The wind pushes one of the toys near the tombstone. It rolls and stops at my feet. Caleb bends down to pick it up. He dusts it off and his insignia gleams silver under the dim light. I play with the hem of my shirt and hold back the questions itching to escape my mouth. I've known Caleb for a long time. I shouldn't doubt him without any evidence.
Let's go. We can relax somewhere else.
Colonel?
communication device on Caleb's wrist vibrates. He grimaces.
What is it?
There's a large group of reporters outside. They're making a scene.
I'll see what's going on.
Okay.
Yes, Colonel.
Go ahead. I want to spend some more time with Mia.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Caleb. Just as he's about to leave, I stop him. I want to ask you something. I look into that familiar gaze. Letting go of the hem I've been clutching, I smile at him. No matter what happens, I can always trust you, right?
Of course.
Oh no! He moves his arm, seemingly about to ruffle my hair, yet he stops and instead pats my shoulder. He doesn't want the dirt on his hand to get into my hair.
Wait for me.
Hey! Oh no! Of course, but I think you're lying! As more people leave, the cemetery quiets down. I go for a stroll, walking along a gravel path. I'm closer to the exit, but the questions I couldn't bring myself to ask keep flooding my mind. If the Far Space Fleet were the ones who caused the explosion, what could be their motive? How much does Caleb actually know? Is there some untold story to how he became a part of the Is there some untold story to how he became part of the Far Space Fleet? Is it related to the ether core fragment? Is that why the fleet was desperate to get their hands on Kevy? Also, I keep stumbling over Far Space Fleet, so I think I'm just gonna say fleet from now on. It feels like a tongue twister for me. But if it was just about the ether core fragment, they wouldn't have rescued him. Unless
the kid has something
Why are you back?
more valuable.
What are you doing? A cool breeze interrupts my thoughts. I turn around and see a dark figure behind me. He leans against a tombstone, his tongue darting in and out like a snake. Cracks and blotches decorate his face.
In this world, a lot of people want an ether core, but only a select few can handle its power without being devoured.
Okay.
And finding individuals like that is incredibly rare.
Like MC. It's you again.
You're not even pretending to be surprised.
Why would I? Why are you here?
To kill you.
Now? Right now?
Obviously.
Or what? How lame. I like that she said that. Ignoring his bluff, I pull back my gun. Who are you? Are you one of Ever's assassins or just someone who's interested in the ether core?
You managed to avoid the correct answer.
What's the correct answer? He smirks, his expression showing no signs of being amiable. He holds out his hand to me.
Let me introduce myself properly. I'm Caleb's friend. You can call me Viper.
Oh my gosh. Seeing how I don't react, he shrugs and takes back his hand. Are you implying that what happened to Kevy was caused by his ability to use an ether core?
Don't be too suspicious. Though, seeing you be manipulated like this is annoying. I'm here to lend a hand.
Is he backstabbing Caleb?
Don't you want to know what the fleet and
Yeah,
Caleb
I do.
are really up to?
Yes. What makes you think I'll believe you? When I express my doubt, he's caught off guard.
Fair point.
You didn't think that through? Not a very good villain, are you? While we're talking, the faint hum of a car drifts from the cemetery and extends over the wall. I look in its direction. The rear window slowly goes down. Kevy waves at me, an iron fence between us. I can't discern who the person next to him is. It's probably his new guardian.
What a lucky kid. Saved from the fate of being a normal person.
They're gonna use him. They're gonna use him somehow.
Dance to the tune of the strong, then live a plain
Wow,
life.
that's what's gonna happen.
A pawn is still a pawn, but they have a chance to survive to the end of a large chess game.
which one of us is the pawn, or is it both Kevy and me and the MC? What have you done to him?
Finally, you're asking the right questions.
A hint of mockery flickers in those gray eyes that are fixed on me.
Don't you care about him? Go and see for yourself.
Oh no, this is gonna be so bad. Without realizing it, I catch a small shiny object that was hurtling towards me. I open my palm and see a uniquely shaped disc.
Tomorrow afternoon, Shell 7, 93rd Azure Way Road. See you later.
Interesting. The figure sways with the wind before instantly vanishing like mist. This is so shady. It's so shady! Caleb is so shady right now. Everything's shady. Chelsea 93rd Azure Way Road. A beautiful and secluded villa sits in the White Vale. It's impossible to tell whether the building is surrounded by mist or flowing clouds. The signal jammer Viper gave me allows me to silently scale the back wall and enter the courtyard. He gave me a signal jammer. Interesting. The tree's shadows cast diagonal lines across the grass and meticulously trimmed shrubs. The wrought iron fence enclosing the entire space resembles a carefully crafted prison. What exactly does Viper want me to see? Walking around a tree's shadow, I notice a familiar figure standing in the center of the garden. It's Caleb, right? It's Caleb.
Miss, you're visiting me.
Oh, it's Kevy! He smiles, seemingly unperturbed by my sudden appearance. It's nice to see you again, Kevy. I respond with a grin that holds an equal amount of warmth to his smile. Is this your new home? Is everything okay?
The professor said I'd finish my coursework here. He thinks I'm talented, but I still have much to learn.
Oh my goodness. As I move closer, I find that Kevy is holding a brightly colored bird in his hands.
I found it in the garden.
Is he gonna hurt it? Please don't. Oh god. He pinches its talons and watches the small bird struggle. Why are we doing this? What is happening?
If I break its wings, it can stay here forever.
Kevy!
Die very quickly, though.
Kevy! Absolutely. Okay, you need way more than a timeout, but that's the only thing I can think of right now. Like, you need... Kevy! Oh, this is awful.
The professor said if we damage the bird's neuromuscular system, it won't be able to fly, but it will believe it can.
What?
Slowly, it'll get used to its life on the ground. The bird will then forget that it's supposed to fly.
What is this professor teaching you? This... Oh my god, a bone-chilling voice tinged with childlike innocence sends a shiver down my spine. Oh, this is so bad. 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 Kevy, who is this professor? What's he like? Oh my god.
I can't tell you. You're not my family.
Family, huh? Do you remember Mia? After the fleet found you, did something happen? Can you tell me?
My sister? She's dead. The professor said it's wrong to be sad. I shouldn't be sad.
Okay, we hate the professor. The professor is definitely on the hate list. And we can surely confront and take out the professor, right? Like, this is really bad.
I'll have a lot of brothers and sisters. And I'll be strong.
How are you gonna have brothers and sisters? What? They're gonna make more of you? Oh, God. Oh.
I've always believed when you lose a loved one, you're supposed to be sad.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say.
I don't feel that way at all. Should I be sad?
Yes, 100%. You should be like crying, devastated. Oh my goodness, not thinking about breaking birds' wings or talons. Oh no, this is so dark. This is so dark. Horrific. Kevy's fingers inadvertently relax and the bird uses this opportunity to flap its wings and soar into the sky. He lowers his head, tears falling onto his hands. A confused expression appears on his face again. I touch his shoulder, ready to speak comforting words, but a faint mechanical noise catches my attention.
System error. Attempting a second reboot. The primary personality is attacking the control program.
No. My gaze flickers to a thin metal bracelet on Kevy's wrist. It emits a faint blue chip, or a faint blue light. Oh my goodness.
No. It shouldn't be like this.
Is it like a control something? Like it's controlling him or something? Kevy, are you okay? Can you hear me? But no matter how many times I call his name, Kevy doesn't respond. He stands still.
I shouldn't be... I shouldn't forget.
His sentences are fragmented. It's as if some program is taking over his mind.
The chip. Rereading.
There's a chip in him?
Inputting memory.
I thought it was a bracelet. Okay. In the blink of an eye, his gaze focuses on me again. Before he can wipe away his tears, he smiles at me and slowly shakes off my hand from his shoulder.
Miss, you're visiting me. That's good.
This is awful.
It's time for you to go. The professor will be here soon.
My chest tightens all of a sudden. Is this what Viper wanted me to witness? Did he want me to see Kevy being manipulated to the point where his memories are being rewritten? Could the fleet be behind this? Or maybe... Someone's coming. Yeah, you better get going, girl. As the sounds of footsteps draw closer, I jump over the wall and hide in the bushes.
Did something happen, Kevy?
Is this Professor?
It's nothing. The bird just flew away.
The composed, slightly exhausted voice speaks again.
I see you're struggling to restrain the fragmented consciousness that isn't yours. Those memories, emotions, and feelings don't belong to you. Don't let them consume you.
What? All of a sudden, the air goes still. Then...
Was that girl, Mia, also part of your plan?
What? Where is he at? Where's Caleb at? My heart races all of a sudden. From just beyond the wall, I hear Caleb's voice.
She didn't show any signs of transformation. So why?
You're overthinking it. For normal people like her, we don't need to get too attached. Letting your emotions run wild and blaming yourself for every little mistake, it will only hold you back.
What? Caleb is here? It feels like I've been splashed with cold water. A chill runs down my spine as I try hard to stay calm.
How is everything going on your end?
We'll soon be done with cleanup. As for the salvaging process, we'll pick up the pace.
The plan will be starting again. You must ensure she doesn't interfere
Me?
with it.
The MC doesn't interfere with it?
Otherwise, I won't be able to keep this a secret for much longer.
Oh no.
She won't.
Gosh. Stepping outside the gate to the garden, Caleb senses something. He stops in his track and turns around. All the windows lining the corridor reflect the reddish sunset as they converge at a single point.
What's the matter?
That's the professor. We get a picture of him now.
It's nothing.
He senses that I was here, or I am here. The fleeting figure appears to be a trick of the light. He averts his gaze, observing the layers of fog which cover the outer wall.
If that day truly comes, and she discovers everything.
What is he going to say? Is it going to be heartbreaking? Is it going to be sad? I almost don't want to know. What is he going to say?
I'll keep her hidden.
Okay.
She'll be in a place where no one can find her.
I don't like the sound of that at all. Not at all. Despite my extended leave status, my urgent message doesn't raise any eyebrows among my colleagues in special operations. After requesting support regarding Kevy's condition, I also informed Captain Jenna of my deduction that the spatium core fragment had likely fallen into the fleet's hands. In response, she repeatedly emphasizes Skyhaven's complex situation and would rather miss an opportunity than allow me to attempt a risky reacquisition mission. I promised multiple times not to act rashly. Soon enough, Andrew's search yielded preliminary results. Unsurprisingly, looking up fleet and mind control chip gave no results. Of course, I understand. As I end the call, the clamor of traffic fills my ears. Above me, interwoven orbital tracks gleam like the flowing stream of stars. The bustling scenery around me feels surreal. The moment I stop focusing on work, all the thoughts I've been pushing down start to rise up. Caleb wasn't just aware of the far space fleet's actions. He also might have been involved in this scheme. Could his consistently vague whereabouts and highly classified cleanup be part of it? And what happened to the siblings was definitely not an accident like the professor claimed. One thing's for certain. Even if Mia's death was an accident, the fleet deliberately took Kevy. The fleet must be using some kind of chip to control Kevy and Joseph. They probably have goals that extend beyond obtaining ether core fragments. I lower my gaze and notice a metallic glint from my pocket. The necklace I had gifted Caleb still adorns my neck. Amidst the chaos these past few days, I forgot to return it. And in my coat's hidden pocket is a new stealth monitoring chip I brought from special operations. Just in case. Forgive me, Caleb. After a few minutes, I finally pull out my phone and dial Caleb's number. Is he gonna pick up? Yep. Hey.
What's up?
Nothing really. I just wanted to tell you my extended leave from the association is ending. I'll be heading back to Lincoln soon.
Has the date already been set?
No, I've been in Skyhaven for a couple of days and got caught up in all sorts of things. I haven't had the chance to properly spend time with you. When will you be free? Is right now good?
Sure. I'm ready when you are. Do you have a place in mind?
I look up. A nearby tower, the Aerospace Center, looms over me. Its spire piercing the sky. Moonlight gently shines over it. It used to be Caleb's stomping ground back when he worked at the Deep Space Aviation Administration. He looks so handsome here, though. The serene scene changes as holographic advertisements dance among the clouds. I head over to the Sunset Promenade on the Aerospace Center's outer ring to witness a supernova thousands of light years away. I've heard there's a supernova today. It's not every day we get to see that, right? Let's check it out. Meet me at the Sunset Promenade in an hour. No. This is really bad. So bad. Stepping off the shuttle's platform, I see the scenery of the main island unfold before me. As night descends, the ring-shaped net encircling the tower glows like a planetary ring. Amidst the flowing lights of neon signs and holograms, people eagerly discuss the upcoming supernova they'll witness. It's beautiful. This is gorgeous.
What will happen to the big star, Mom? Maybe they'll... I'm not sure. I'm sorry, honey.
A memory that lay dormant for so long awakens and envelops my thoughts. Aww. Caleb, you have another project?
My science teacher wants us to build models. Everyone's either doing the solar system or a black hole. It's boring. Do you remember the supergiant Gran showed us? The one that's 2,300 light years away? Its supernova will be the one our generation has the best chance of witnessing firsthand. I want to see it.
Oh, I remember. Didn't she also use it as an example? She said that no matter what difficulties we face in the future, you should protect me. It's like how a ring system protects its planet. Stop!
Gran never said that, though. Are you just remembering what you want to hear again?
But she did say it.
Actually, Gran said that powerful stars are destroyed by forces from within. Meanwhile, fragile humans need to endure outside forces.
What? Why do we have such different... Like, why do we remember such different things?
We don't need to face the future alone, though. It's like how planets and their ring systems are born together. They'll also fade away together.
I basically said that. Anyway, you have to help me finish this week's extra reading assignments. I come to my own senses. This place is crowded and everyone is trying to find the best spot on the Sunset Promenade. Someone steps on my foot. As I try to step to the side, I lose my balance and stumble into an unexpected embrace.
Sorry for the wait.
A hand grabs my wrist. I look up and see Caleb's slightly amused expression. Caleb.
In Skyhaven, you can catch a glimpse of cosmic wonders every now and then. Though this is the first time I get to see a supernova. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Why is he acting like nothing's happened? Why is it always so difficult to understand what he's thinking? This is so hard. I mean, oh my gosh, he looks so handsome here. I love the way he interacts in these moments, but like, he's bad. Maybe. I don't know. Caleb grins and leans in.
Where'd you go today?
I just walked around.
This place is packed. Hold on tight. Don't get lost, Pipsqueak.
Again. I'm not a little girl. Caleb, slow down. He grabs my hand and walks quickly, yet his grip is firm. It reminds me of when we were in school. He always held my hand like this back then. That's cute. For a moment, I'm stunned. I start to question if the voice I heard this afternoon is really his. How could Caleb change? No, he hasn't changed at all. If anything's different, it should not be him. As I watch him walk, a bizarre idea pops into my head for no reason. Is there something inside Caleb that's controlling him? Is it changing him? Oh, I didn't even think about that. Could he have a control chip in him? Oh no. I didn't even think about that.
Over here.
On the edge of the viewing platform, Caleb discreetly moves to stand behind me. He acts like a shield from the bustling crowd. Below the glass floor, clouds ripple like waves while a hologram appears to start the countdown. We can see Skyhaven University's clock tower from here. And look at all those fighter jets over there. Is that an aerodrome for Aerospace Academy?
Yep. With exams on the horizon, I bet a bunch of my juniors are preparing themselves for some serious cramming.
The last time I visited Skyhaven University was for your graduation. Time flies.
It sure does.
This is such a nice moment, and like it's gonna all be ruined. Do you regret it? Caleb leans on the railing, turns to me and smiles.
Regret what?
Being admitted into Aerospace Academy and becoming those 1 in 10,000 deep space fighter pilots. I hesitate, unable to find the right words. You're on an entirely different path now. It wasn't the one you chose in the beginning.
Stuff changes all the time. It's fine. What about you? When you were a kid, you nagged me about using my evol to hold you up high. You even insisted I launch you into space. Do you still dream about exploring the universe?
That's just nonsense kids say. Caleb raises his head. There's a fleeting sadness on his face. I almost wonder if I'd imagined it.
Back at the shelter, I remember you said your home was beyond the stars. But we couldn't even get past the walls and barbed wire.
Yeah, the teachers always said the outside world is dangerous, and we were too little to go out. Though when you're cooped up in one place for so long, the outside world can be more appealing than ever. Yet all we could do was hang out on the rooftops and count the fighter jets flying past us. I once asked you about why they would crash and if the old railroad by the shelter led to the sea.
The fighter jets crashed because they got attacked by wanderers. As for that railroad, at the end of it is a patch of weeds.
Wow. Look at his face in those moments.
We'll figure out everything about this world, one step at a time.
Really? I'm starting to think some people's hearts are more mysterious than the world itself. Like you, for example. You're a walking vault of secrets right now. I can't tell if my thoughts are written all over my face to the point where he can see everything. I look into his eyes and hope to receive an acceptable response.
Well, Pipsqueak, since you're interested in secrets, there is one thing.
Which is... What is this? The noisy crowd suddenly falls silent and dazzling lights fade into the night. The hologram's light continues to glow like water, only the countdown remains. He grins at me, his voice as serene as a passing flock of birds. What's gonna happen?
It's starting.
Okay. The people around us look towards the sky, but his gaze remains fixed on me. I almost lose myself in his eyes. No! Oh no! After a moment, I find my voice and flash him a smile. Oh, right. Close your eyes. I have a surprise for you. I'm gonna do the thing! Yeah, the tracking thing! I pull out the necklace from my pocket and put it around his neck.
Who gives the same gift twice?
Okay, but who lost a precious gift from others? If it disappears again, there won't be a next time.
All right.
Aww.
I promise I won't lose it again.
It's actually so cute, but this is like really bad. Suddenly, a distant ringing fills the sky. An arc and... Oh. We can't help but raise our heads. We gaze at the flames erupting from thousands of light years away. Although it dazzles from the farthest reaches of the universe, a single star has fallen apart. Spanning time and space, a foreboding sign emerges and enters our vision. What? The electromagnetic radiation from the supernova will persist for some time. To protect Skyhaven, a floating city powered by the energy, aerial shields have been activated above us. After we witness this brief brilliance, night descends onto the cityscape once more, so we're back at the apartment now. Tonight, Caleb will go out again. According to him, Skyhaven's lockdown will be over soon, along with the cleanup. I say goodnight to him in advance, then I enter my bedroom, draw the curtains, and force myself to close my eyes as I rest on the bed. How can I trust him after that medicine made me sleep? In these dark hours of the night, I eventually hear the door being pushed open, the faint sound of footsteps draw closer. Realizing it's Caleb, I keep my breathing steady. As I pretend to be asleep, a gentle touch lands on my forehead. He's gone. Why did Caleb... My mind is in turmoil. I press my hand against my chest, trying to stop my heart from pounding too quickly, and slowly get up. I look out the window and see the night scenery. Then, taking a deep breath, I activate the tracking feature on my hunter's watch. Target is being tracked. Good for you. Good for you. It seems Caleb hasn't discovered the tracker embedded in the necklace. With all these complex leads, only Caleb can unravel these mysteries, as he's burdened with countless secrets. When I try to leave, I notice the door doesn't budge. He locked me in the house? Oh, we're fighting. We're fighting. Did Caleb intentionally lock me in the house? I raise my gun and aim at the lock. Without a second thought, I pull the trigger. Can I get out? Tell me it's not bulletproof. Tell me it's not. What a turd! Flares illuminate the night sky. They're bright enough to make it seem like daytime. Meanwhile, destroyed streetlights sway in the wind. 2 to 3 story steel structures cast looming shadows on the cracked pavement. A palette of dark, cold hues surround them. Amidst this desolation, the only source of vibrant color is the orange barricade tape. How can there be a place like this in Skyhaven? Thick wild grass covers the ground, a testament to the years of having been abandoned. Yet these pieces of metal shine as if they're new. Beyond the bars of steel, the faint outlines of various aircrafts hint at this place's history. The signal from the necklace abruptly vanishes here. There must be a jammer in this area. Okay.
Test Site 5 has completed. We will now advance to the east zone.
What was that?
Quickly now. They won't find us here.
Who is this? Before I can react, I'm pulled into a makeshift shelter made from discarded equipment.
It's just the rain. We need to keep moving.
I turn around and pull out my gun, only to see a young girl's face illuminated by the light reflected off a puddle. Crystals, oh no! Oh no. Crystals adorn her skin. She wears a thin dress, but she's unperturbed in such cold rain. In the distance, officers wearing fleet uniforms move closer. They're armed and on high alert.
Isn't it weird how these monsters are getting more aggressive?
The contamination levels here are extremely high. They're practically indistinguishable from wanderers now. Stay frosty.
Stay
This
frosty,
batch of
what does that
specimens
mean?
underwent a transformation. Salvage value at 0%. Requesting confirmation to do the cleanup.
No. Specimens, is she one of them? Is this what they mean? Like, cleanup is like taking them out? Is that what cleanup means? Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. This is so bad. This is so dark. I was not expecting this. And she says she's a young girl, right? Oh, great. Okay. The crystalline growths on the girl's body are similar to Kevy's, but far more severe. She's almost completely transformed into the monsters from the N109 zone.
Hey, can you check if I'm still alive? Is my heart still beating?
Oh my gosh! Urging me, the girl grabs my hand and presses it to her chest. Please tell me it is. No! I look down. A fist-sized cavity covered in crystals is in her chest. Within it, a large crystal pulsates and eerily glows in the place where her heart should be. What happened to you? Her skin, drained of all its color as she stands in the rain, betrays the weight of her memories as she cowers.
As I was dying, someone whisked me away from the ward and took off the white cloth on my face.
Is this Mia?
They made a promise. After one experiment, I could live again. Who wouldn't want that?
This is Mia, right? This is Mia. Or this is a child that was dying in the hospital. Maybe not Mia. I don't know. This is so bad. And they experimented on, like, dying children? What? Oh God, am I wrong? Please let me be wrong. Let me be wrong. No. As she speaks, the crystals creep further up her neck, yet she appears oblivious to them.
It's a shame. If I passed the test, I could have been the professor's daughter.
Curling up into a ball, she hides her face and muffles her sobs. The rain covers her anguish. Professor, he's the one who took in Kevy under the pretense of adoption. The professor who gave... Oh.
Who gave us a second chance at life.
He's our father.
Now I know for sure he was the one walking next to Caleb at that villa. He's definitely involved in this experiment, and he must have something to do with the fleet. The lockdown and cleanup are just a cover. The fleet's true target are these.
Power. It's warm. And you smell really nice.
I'm not gonna have to fight her, am I? This is awful. Lightning splits the night sky, casting light on this narrow space. She stops sobbing. The girl raises her head, and I see her tear-streaked face. Click. The crystals fall. Those dark eyes are consumed. There are only empty eye sockets reminiscent of eye holes in a mask.
Can I eat you?
No, I don't think so. How about no? How about no? Oh my gosh! She seems to lose consciousness, but then her cold fingers grab my wrist.
Your strength. Give it to me.
No, not today. This is awful. Sensing her abnormal strength, I swiftly pull back. I use the momentum to throw the girl off balance and force her to fall to her knees. Raindrops trickle down her temple. Her skin is like a human's. I hesitate for a second before reaching for my gun. That single moment costs me, and a sharp pain shoots up my knee. The crystalline spikes protruding from her shoulders pierce my left leg. My blood mixes with the rain.
I said you should let me eat you.
Oh my goodness! It's as if a silent signal has been given. Several figures emerge from the shadows and stagger towards me. Black crystals have almost engulfed every part of their bodies. They're barely recognizable as humans from their outline. The crackling sound of burning flesh resounds in my ears again. The silhouette blurs with the ones I remember from the N109 zone. Oh, if only Silas were here. Oh my goodness, anybody, Zane, Xavier, Raphael, they would never stand for this. No, those things are already here. They're all here for the ether core. As they close in, I have no choice but to fight through the pain. I push the girl away. Holding my gun, I struggle to stand. Bullets cut through the rainfall and pierces the legs of two figures at the front of the group. However, they don't stop. Gritting my teeth, I aim for the shoulders of these people. Another shot rings out, and the girl's twisted convulsions come to an abrupt stop. But I didn't pull the trigger. The figure before me dissipates into energy particles. It's similar to how a wonder disintegrates after death.
I found the missing specimens. Stop them!
Oh no! Several lights shine harshly, and I hear the synchronized sound of guns being drawn. A bullet whizzes past my ear, yet those people who have been shot multiple times continue to lunge at me. Amidst the howling, the space in front of me distorts. A vortex appears, sucking in and tearing apart 2 or 3 looming figures. Is it Caleb? What is that? The rain stops, and the smoke from guns and crystal particles appear to be suspended in time. It's Caleb. It has to be. Through the veil of raindrops, an indifferent face gradually comes into focus. Raindrops are deflected away. Caleb. Frozen in place, I don't know if I should call out his name.
What are you doing here?
I should be the one asking you that. I bite my lip before speaking in a more serious tone. These monsters and wanderers are actually what you're cleaning up, right? He takes a step forward and seizes my wrist with a lot of strength.
Now do you see? In this world, there will always be people who want your power.
In a dance of light and shadow, his expression remains indiscernible, and before I can open my mouth, the cries of wanderers fill the air. I avert my gaze. The remaining figures struggle against the vortex, and the metaflux slowly dissipates. As the winds screech, the energy particles coalesce into a large wanderer. It roars before advancing towards Caleb. Caleb, be careful.
You're the one who needs to be careful.
Oh, Oh, okay. With a stern expression, he grabs my shoulder and pulls me behind him.
Are you trying to prove you're strong enough to trespass into restricted zones by yourself? At night? You should only do that sort of thing when you're not throwing yourself into danger.
Oh my goodness, is this time for a lecture? I don't know if this is appropriate time. Maybe we should wait. Can we wait till we get home? Maybe we should do that. Oh my goodness! Oh Lord! I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. The fleet ship cruises smoothly in the sky as it's currently on autopilot. It resembles a colossal beast lurking in the night. Outside the porthole, an endless stream of stars flicker like shimmering waves of light. In the aircraft cabin, Caleb puts me on the bed. Retrieving a first aid kit, he sets it down and carefully removes the bloody fabric from my knee. Under the harsh light, blood continues to flow. His gloves are dyed a bright crimson. I look away. Pretty awful battle, I'm guessing, that we went through.
Does it hurt? Are you mad at me?
Probably. No. As I hear him take out the medicine and equipment, I start to turn around, but then his hand covers my eyes. Wait, a fine needle pricks my skin, and the searing pain instantly dissipates. Okay, he's healing me. I was really scared. I was like, oh my god, is he putting me to sleep again? Okay, it's fine. Caleb. I raise my head and look into his eyes. The explosion in the Cascade district was just a convenient excuse to justify the cleanup. Then there's Kevy and Mia. Those were manufactured accidents too. What have you been doing behind my back? Caleb wipes away the blood from my knee and disposes of the syringe. He retrieves a surgical stapler. Ooh!
What do you think could have happened if I hadn't been there tonight?
Nothing good. Nothing good. The surgical skin stapler leaves behind a faint mark.
I can't bear going through the same pain again. Or do you want me to re-experience that loneliness because I left you?
What? That's not...
You shouldn't throw yourself into danger anymore.
What should I do then? Just let you run around lying and being shady and whatever you guys are doing? His fingers touch the stitched area and wipe away the tiny droplets of blood.
Whether those people live or die tonight, it doesn't matter anymore.
It should matter.
Anyone who dares to wield power that isn't theirs must pay the price. The explosion was just an opportunity for the fleet to intervene. You arrived in Skyhaven at the wrong time.
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Would anything change? Would it even make a difference?
Oh my goodness. He sets down the stapler and bandages my wounds. Then he calmly meets my gaze. So you kept me in the dark to stop me from doing anything. Did you really think I wouldn't question such protection? Oh no. Caleb remains silent. I lick my dry lips, suddenly tired of arguing with him. Fine. Once your fleet ship lands, I'll leave.
No, you won't. Since you managed to escape once, we'll be going somewhere else.
Where are we going? And why does that make it sound like I'm a prisoner? Escape once. Excuse me? I didn't escape, I just left your house. Yikes. He lifts his hand and cups my cheeks, yet his fingers are freezing cold.
I will protect you.
Sir.
Until everything is resolved, I need to make sure you're safe and sound.
What? I don't even know what to say.
Who did the Colonel bring back?
None of your business. How about that?
Who knows? But since he ordered us to take good care of her, she's probably not a nobody.
With the mission over, Caleb takes me to the special care unit on the fleet ship. I can't even step outside of it. I am a prisoner. The walls, white as snow, are adorned with all sorts of medical devices. Their multicolored indicator lights dancing incessantly. I don't know his rationale or how exactly I'm being kept here, though I couldn't care less right now.
Maybe she's also getting sent to Colonel.
Where am I getting... What? Sent to where?
How is she?
The medical examination is done. We're just waiting for the analysis. But because of the rain, the equipment indicates her vital signs are abnormal.
Abnormal?
Colonel, who's the injured?
None of your business!
An important target for observation. Is there a problem?
No, I was just curious. I've never seen her before.
This lady's nosy. Stay in your lane, lady. I look at the blue and white medical gown I'm wearing. It's ironic I got labeled as a target for observation. Their conversation draws to a close and is replaced by the sounds of familiar footsteps getting closer. I return to the bed and lie down as if I hadn't heard them speak. The door opens silently and Caleb walks in. The room's light adjusts with his every step.
Morning.
As he nears the bed, the room brightens as if to imitate the breaking dawn. He pulls up a chair and sits down. He's so, like...
How are you feeling?
This is so crazy, because look how nice and sweet he looks. Like, look at him. You just probably want to, like, jump up and give him this big old hug, but, like... I'm essentially... Like, MC's essentially a prisoner. I'm gonna stay quiet. I ain't talking to you.
We're in a bit of a stalemate, huh?
Uh-huh. Caleb taps the vital signs monitor on the wall, and various data values appear in mid-air. My heart rate, my breathing rate, everything but my current mental state is right in front of him. Caleb, I need to leave.
You'll be out of here soon enough.
He meets my gaze, his words seemingly admonishing me. When?
Depends on when your vital signs return to normal.
Since last night, I've heard the same response 3 times now. A question takes hold of me. It sends a shiver down my spine. Caleb? It's been a while since I said his name like that. Touch. Caleb's gaze finds mine.
Yes?
When you made me take that cold medicine that night, it wasn't just because you were concerned about my health, right?
You already figured out everything, right? Aren't I pathetic?
I mean, if you gave me sleeping pills, maybe a little bit. Can we agree on that? Like, maybe a little bit. Maybe, yeah. I don't know. Ask. And this is all just an excuse. You never planned to let me go since the beginning. I've had enough of him not telling me the truth. I take the cup from the table and throw it at him. Good for her. Get mad. The cup collides with his body and then shatters into pieces. Good. I'm so tired of her being like, I don't want to argue with him anymore. No, girl, get mad. This man locked you in his house. He gave you sleeping pills. We don't know what went on with Mia and Kevy. Like, it's time to be a little angry. I love it.
Did that help you calm down?
Probably not. I'm guessing no. The water droplets fall and drench his immaculate uniform, yet his gaze remains unfazed. The person before me stays composed. The Caleb I once knew is gone.
Get some rest. It'll help you relax.
That's so sad.
I'll check in on you later tonight.
That's really sad. Groggy, I open my eyes again. The world outside has already descended into darkness. A few lights twinkle like fireflies in the heavy mist. I sit up and scan my surroundings, belatedly realizing I'm not at home. Everything that has led up to this moment feels like a surreal dream. The lights? I whip my head around and look out the window again. I can't clearly see what's outside, but in the mist are the outlines of tall buildings. Since Caleb wants to take me back to headquarters, it seems the fleet ship has landed. It's a starship that spends most of its time in the sky and doesn't always touch the ground, so...
What's
wrong?
happening? Where does it hurt?
I feel cold for some reason. My head is spinning. I can't see anything.
Hold on. I'll call for the doctor.
Nice! Good for you! Get her! In one swift move, I pick up her limp body, place her on the bed, and tuck her in. It's just a time for a nice little nap. Just a little nappy, that's all. Sorry. Sweet, that's smart. Good for you, girl. Get out of here. After putting on the nurse's face mask and uniform, I push the cart along as I leave. Several officers wearing uniforms approach me. I lower my gaze and walk past them. But before I can breathe a sigh of relief, a voice calls out to me.
Excuse me, nurse.
How can I help you? I turn around and make sure I don't stutter as I speak. A fleet officer walks up to me. He frowns as he gives me a once-over.
You're heading toward the armory. Why does a nurse need to be there?
None of your business either. Why is everyone so nosy on this ship? Why don't you mind your business and stay in your lane? I'm sorry, I thought the pharmacy was this way. I calm down and lie to him without missing a beat. I guess the person who gave me directions misunderstood my question. Fortunately, this explanation seems to have fooled him. He nods and points to the corridor in the opposite direction.
The pharmacy is over there. The armory is a restricted area, so you shouldn't be wandering around.
Okay, thank you, sir. I haven't even taken a few steps when that fleet officer calls out to me again.
Wait,
Is there something else you need?
you have stabilizers there, right?
What? He grabs 3 syringes from a box on the cart and shows me the number on his chest.
I'm taking some with me. Write it down on the list later.
Why is he doing that? He finally vanishes after making a turn around a corner, and my heart finally relaxes. What did he mean by stabilizer? I pick up a syringe from the box and turn it over to look at its label. Drug name, Cybazin. It can be used to combat emotional outbursts, enhance cognitive functions, and help patients stabilize their mental state. Is this what Caleb injected me with earlier? Only those with Turing chips may use this. Oh, this drug should not be used daily. Okay. So no, he couldn't have. I don't have a chip. But he did. Exactly.
It's that ship.
The chip. Rereading. Inputting memory.
They're injecting Kevy with it? You all. No! No! This is awful. That chip must be the Turing chip. That fleet officer must also have one. An absurd thought pops into my head. If chip implantation is common in the fleet, then Caleb might have gotten it too. In that case, maybe everything he's done so far wasn't of his volition. Okay. Could the changes in his behavior also be related to the chip? For a moment, I can't tell if I'm onto something or trying to excuse his actions. Probably, maybe a little bit of both. I don't know, fingers crossed. A few meters away, a large door suddenly opens. I hear a very familiar voice speak.
Journal.
My heart skips a beat. I retreat and try to hide in a corner of the corridor. Before I can see who's with Caleb, however, he turns. His back blocks my view.
I heard he'll lead the fleet on a patrol through the depths of the deep space tunnel in 3 days. The Fountain of Otome is about to enter its next phase. A banquet will be held in your honor before...
Oh my goodness.
I can't attend the celebratory banquet anyway. I have some personal matters to deal with.
Like what?
The higher-ups gave the order. You shouldn't ignore them.
Caleb doesn't speak for a moment before he responds in a lower voice.
Speculating on other people's thoughts isn't my forte.
Ooh.
And since I've taken your place, I can order you to leave.
Is that? Oh my! Caleb reaches out and presses the sensor on the wall. The door rises. The man grunts as he leaves. He knows I'm there.
Come here.
Exactly. Dang it. In the empty corridor, Caleb suddenly turns around and looks at where I'm hiding. Oh no. I freeze and don't move. A few seconds later, a shadow looms over me and grabs my wrist.
Playing hide and seek now? Did you really think you wouldn't be noticed? There are eyes in every nook and cranny. Does it look like you can escape?
Wow. You were brave enough to bring me to HQ. That means no matter who's suspicious of me, you'll have my back, right? He stares at me for a long time, and then he laughs. For some reason, an ominous feeling washes over me. Let go of me!
You want to go home, right? I'll take you there now.
Oh my gosh! Oh no! Yeah, right. Where are you gonna take me? Oh, to his home. His house. That's home. And now I'm gonna be locked in here again. Fun! So fun! From the fleet's headquarters to his home, Caleb remains silent. The door is now locked. Yeah, I'm locked in. This is what you meant by safe and sound? Lowering his gaze, he says nothing. Following his gaze, I find the wound on my knee is reopened.
Doesn't it hurt?
Answer my question first, Caleb. He suddenly picks me up and walks into the living room. No! What happens now? Oh, look at that.
Sit first. We need to tend to your wound.
You don't have to be so rough.
Is the Colonel ordering me around, or is Caleb worried about me?
What is he gonna say? Am I gonna push his hand away? Is that what I'm getting ready to do?
Do you remember that injured cat you brought back home? Back when we were kids? We kept it in the backyard. But that cat always kept trying to run away before it fully recovered.
Okay.
I don't want to listen to this.
He's using his evolve to keep me in place?
Do you want to know what I did in response?
What?
I got a collar with a bell. I put it on the cat. That way, it couldn't escape without being noisy. If I had that kind of bell right now, I should make you wear it, right?
No! No, absolutely not. Yeah. Is this your idea of protection? Wow! Very aggressive, very intimidating, very dominating, very, like, a little scary, a little bit. Is this your protection?
Is this how you'll protect me? I just need to be glued to your side?
I know, it's unfair, but...
Wow.
Analyzing vital signs.
Because of that monster, your wound is infected.
Okay.
Is there truly a way for you to run around without getting injured?
Probably not.
Are you still the Caleb who confronted danger with me? I've had enough of your protection.
Good for you for standing up for yourself.
If being with me only brings you pain, then just put up with this for 3 more days.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Tie up loose ends.
What happens in 3 days?
And then, all of this will be over. I just need 3 days.
Wow. 3 days later.
Our reporters out in the field confirm the lockdown will be lifted after being in effect for a week. The Far-Space Fleet assures everyone that the explosion in the Cascade District will not happen.
After all this is over, the fleet will return to the Deep Space Tunnel. You'll be safe, for now.
Okay.
In other words, you'll just disappear again and not even say anything?
I'll be gone. Aren't you happy that you won't have to see me then? I'm about to leave. It'd be nice if we had a meal together.
After that?
I have to listen to the Colonel even when it comes to eating and drinking
Yeah.
now?
You can be mad, but don't let it affect your health.
I'm not mad.
She should be
Growing
mad.
up, we knew each other so well. Better than most, even. I could see through your lies when you'd blink. Bite your lip, and I could tell you were upset.
She should be mad. I wish she'd stop saying, like, I'm not mad. Girl, get angry. Be like, you're a jerk. You're being mean. Stop it. Something.
In that case, tell me, what am I thinking about right now? I wonder, how did you turn into someone I hardly recognize?
Oh, I know.
Why is that funny?
You're thinking some chip got put into my brain, right? And now I'm no longer who I used to be? What if I told you I was always like this?
Oh gosh.
Your life has threats around every corner. The people who are after your power, who want to hurt you, they should all just disappear.
Oh, he is so intense.
You're almost
He's
safe
so
when you're by my side.
intense. What?
I'd rather face danger head on than safely live like this. I don't need you.
You don't need me? Is that what you think? All right. What do you need? You can tell me.
What
We
do
can return to Lincoln if that's what you want.
Okay.
If you want to return to the past, we'll rebuild our old house and move in together. And if one house isn't enough, I'll build you a whole maze. I'll decorate it with everything you could ever want. It will be the most beautiful, stunning garden you've ever seen. No one will be able to find you ever again. I'll protect you forever.
Caleb, you can't just... You're very important to me, and no one could ever replace you.
Really?
What is happening? What are we
I held
doing?
myself back and enduring day after day after day. It was suffocating. But now, I'm tired of playing these games.
Oh my god, what is going on? Are you tired of playing these games? I didn't even know we were playing games. Like, what is going on, friend? I think I'm a prisoner. Oh my god, that was wild. I don't even have words. Oh my gosh, what's gonna happen now? This is the end. This is the last one, right? I found Caleb again, and yet the familiar person from my memories has been eaten away by some indescribable hidden pain. Only fragments remain. The sky above Skyhaven is clear, but all its secrets are somehow... The sky above Skyhaven is clear, but all its secrets are somewhere in the bottomless, unfathomable depths of his eyes. The night before he left, I dreamed about our childhood. I dreamt of Caleb and me running down the streets, skipping class, grabbing ice cream, and reading comic books. And I dreamt of the day that when we held hands and became part of each other's lives.
Remember this. From now on, I'll always be by your side.
This is so sad.
It's okay. I'll always be there for you, and I won't hurt you. Why are you crying here by yourself? Who bullied you? It's okay. I'll avenge you. Hold my hand. You won't have to worry about losing your way when I'm here.
Oh my goodness. He has kind of always been that way then, I guess. The contrail left by the fleet ship splits the sky. It's like a line between dreams and reality. Rays of light pierce the clouds and bring the world back to a new sunny day. On the runway, ships are ready and waiting for their colonel to give the signal. It feels like whenever we say goodbye, I'm always sending you off.
I guess it won't be a painful experience this time.
Oh, yikes. His hand moves, probably to ruffle my hair, but he hesitates. His arm soon falls to his side.
All right. I'll be going now.
Okay. Yeah. I lower my head, a lump forming in my throat.
Make sure you eat on time. Look after yourself.
Caleb turns around, his back disappearing as it gets farther and farther away. The fleet ships take off and disappear into the sky, becoming specks in the distance.
I was so bored without you. I almost became a shriveled up bee. By the way, Jenna mentioned you were at Sky Haven for a wedding. But what kind of wedding lasts that long?
A wedding, huh? Oh, interesting cover. Oh, you know, my old friend is...
My boss is calling. Let's catch up later.
I end the call and put my phone back into my pocket. That's when I notice there's a strange object in it. Is he tracking me? Huh? When did this? I take it out and get a closer look under the sun. It's an old yellow piece of paper with a kid's handwriting. It's not a tracker, it's actually something cute. What does it say? Valid forgiveness coupon for Caleb. Valid for 100 years. Stop it. Holding it, I feel a wave of sadness, like bubbles ready to burst, erupt from the depths of my heart. Caleb, you dummy. I can't figure out what's real or fake with Caleb. But what I know for sure is that this person who's important to me, I don't want to lose him a second time. Stop! What's gonna happen? The fleet has the spatium core fragment, and with that, the chapter on the explosion incident draws to a close. However, Mia's fate is enshrouded in mystery, and Kevy's future is uncertain with that chip. This isn't an ending, but the beginning of another story. An invisible web has been cast with the ether core acting as a lead ball. As a result, it has created a gravitational field that's as strong as a black hole. Ever, the fleet, myself, who knows how many more pieces are being pulled in. Either way, they're slowly or quickly rolling into a void. The chip, the fountain, those patients turned into monsters via experiments. Everything seems to lead back to one source, the professor who's lurking in the shadows. It's over! Oh god, no it's not, okay. In the heart of Skyhaven's main island, opposite the Space Center, are rows and rows of new buildings that popped up recently. Inside one of them, researchers are scurrying around with papers and walking into different labs. They're preparing to announce the biggest breakthrough of the century, so there's no room for mistakes. Caleb silently stands in the elevator as it climbs to a non-existent floor that can only be accessed with special clearance. The door slides open and he walks down a gray corridor towards an arched door. A device with a faint green light scans his eyes, then the door quietly opens. Before him, a scene unfolds. It's vastly different from the dull gray and white of his surroundings earlier. A seemingly endless expanse of lush green trees stretch out underneath a glass dome and shiny silver roof. What's gonna happen?
First, we went ahead and recycled those abandoned flux nexuses. Then, we paid the N109 zone a visit to get info on Onikinus. Our Skyhaven gig is almost over. Where's our next stop?
Yikes.
We practically spoiled Ever, and those old people in the fleet. We're like their personal hitmen.
Does he ever stop talking?
So Kevy's there and Viper's there.
Don't think I won't beat you up because you're a kid.
Oh gosh, Viper, be quiet.
You two, stop arguing. The professor said we're family, and families are all about love and kindness.
Viper leans against a massive tree. He puts his hand behind his head as he grumbles to himself. The other two are sitting nearby, a little boy and a little girl wearing a black dress.
Where's Mr. Overprotective? Did he check in on his little hunter girl again? Healthy relationships are ideal.
It is twisted.
But the twisted ones.
It is dramatic. It is dramatic, that's for sure. Before he can even finish, his head is made to spin 180 degrees. He finds himself staring into that brooding gaze. What's more frightening is that this person is genuinely smiling at him.
Your attempts to mess with me are lacking in creativity. Ah!
Oh no!
Where's the professor?
Inside. And can't you at least put my head back in place before you go?
Oh my goodness. A small mechanical bug flies in. It perches on his finger for a second before darting into the vegetation.
14
Yikes!
years ago, Josephine and her team defected. They kept quiet about that kid being the best test subject.
Grandma?
The Gaia Research Center was destroyed during the Chrono Rift catastrophe, and then the N109 zone took over. With Onikainis and those gangs around, retrieving their old experimental data and equipment is not an easy thing. Josephine and her researchers have been using fake names for years and kept this achievement of theirs a secret. But our investigation has paid off. Not to mention, Josephine and her traitors got what they deserved.
Wow.
That means you found the child who disappeared back then.
And it's MC.
From what we've seen and how she's been acting, her powers haven't activated yet.
The man with salt and pepper hair glances to the side. The youngster has entered the room.
Compared to that broken thing, I'm a weapon perfectly primed forever.
What? Caleb calmly looks up and stares at the hologram in the air. It displays a massive hospital ward. In the darkness, there's a figure who's barely visible.
I've been waiting for many years.
Who is this? The man on the hospital bed finally peeks out of the gloom. Half of his face is on the thinner side. His skin is so pale that it's almost transparent, and his voice carries the weight of pure fatigue.
So, don't make me wait anymore.
What's happening?
Of course.
What's going on? After the man mentions a few key points, Caleb nods and walks into the lush green scenery. All is quiet. Then Professor Lucius raises his head, his gaze fixed on the hologram materializing in midair.
The Fountain of Otome will be put into motion, and Ever will soon reveal its revolutionary vision to the world.
What?
We'll track down the missing child, but now isn't the best time.
He glances at the figure who has long vanished into the verdant vegetation, his gaze lingering on his right arm. There, hidden beneath the surface, lies the price Caleb paid to be brought back to life, his bionic arm.
At least it will be before he becomes completely useless.
Completely useless? The human body is far too fragile. But by surrendering warmth and sensation, even the simplest modifications can transform flesh and bone into unyielding machinery. Electric currents will course through the neural network, numbing everything, taking control of everything until they completely replace him, turning him into a weapon perfectly crafted for the task. The old man smiles at the thought, anticipation glinting in his eyes. He looks forward to the day it happens. Caleb, no! In a forest where shattered stars rest, a crystalline pool appears as if infused with the wine of life. It's clear yet murky. In a forest? Oh, wait. Young traveler, do not drink from it. Lost lover, do not drink from it. But when flowers wither in their sleep, when winds fall silent, when the vigilant owl closes its eyes, only then can you drink deep of these waters. Let the dead sing, O fountain of Otome, cleanse my time, nourish my flesh, spare me from the loneliness of eternal rest. What? Oh my gosh! Okay, so what are we thinking? What are we feeling? Like, what are our thoughts on that? How do we feel about Caleb? That was so much darker than I was expecting. It was very well written, though. It was a really good story. It kept me super engaged. It also makes me feel like I need to go back and I need to watch from the very beginning and kind of maybe help put some of these pieces together, because I feel like there's so much that you forget, especially when, like, honestly, some of it just kind of plays in the background, or, you know, it's been so long ago, like this summer. So I definitely want to do that and like sit down and spend some time with it. But what an introduction. Oh my goodness. How are you guys feeling after that? I would love to know. But thank you so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I will definitely be doing more Love and Deepspace content, so I'd love for you to like and subscribe to kind of follow along on my journey and react to this content. And until next time.